Hey everyone, welcome back to our Men vs. Women in Fitness series. In today's episode, we're diving into the fascinating world of anatomical and physiological differences between men and women. And if you've been following along, we've already covered 4 great topics that you can check out on our channel. You can find the links to these episodes in the description below. Today's episode is all about anatomical and physiological differences between men and women. So let's dive in and explore what makes our bodies unique. Understanding these differences isn't just interesting, it's essential for fitness coaches, athletes, or anyone who's curious about how our bodies work and are made. So let's take a closer look at what sets men and women apart in terms of anatomy and physiology. Human anatomy and physiology are endlessly fascinating. With every year, new research reveals more about our bodies, and that include the differences between men and women. For example, virtual reality is now widely used in medical education, helping students learn human anatomy in a realistic and interactive way. It's shown to improve understanding of complex structures. In today's video, we're bringing you back to the basics, focusing on some key anatomical and physiological differences between men and women, especially in the areas that matter in the fitness world. Let's start with the skeletal system. One major difference between men and women is the bone structure. Men generally have larger and denser bones than women, which leads to greater overall skeletal mass. This can give men an advantage in strength training and resistance training. On the other hand, women have a wider and shallower pelvis, an adaptation designed for childbirth. This pelvic difference can influence posture and movement patterns, particularly in exercises that involve the hips and lower body. Another key point is bone density. Women are more prone to osteoporosis, especially after menopause. The decline in estrogen, which plays a critical role in maintaining bone density, makes women more vulnerable to bone fractures and other skeletal issues later in life. Now let's talk about cardiovascular system. Men generally have larger hearts and thicker left ventricle, which means they can pump more blood with each heartbeat. This higher stroke volume and cardiac output allows men to deliver more oxygen to their muscles during physical activity, giving them a bit of an edge in endurance and high intensity exercises. Men also tend to have higher blood pressure than women, largely due to hormonal factors like testosterone and higher vascular resistance. Additionally, men typically have higher levels of hemoglobin, which means they're more efficient at transporting oxygen through the blood. This is partly because women lose iron through menstruation, leading to slightly lower hemoglobin levels. And finally, it's about hormonal and reproductive systems, which play a huge role in the differences between men and women. In men, testosterone is the primary hormone responsible for muscle growth, bone density, and reproductive abilities. Testosterone not only helps with physical performance, but also affects overall health and mood. In women, the primary hormone is estrogen, which regulates reproductive health, fat distribution, and bone density. Estrogen also offers some cardiovascular protection. However, after menopause, women experience a sharp decline in estrogen levels, which can lead to higher risk of cardiovascular diseases and decreased bone density. When it comes to reproduction, men and women are quite different. Men's reproductive systems remain fertile well after puberty, as the testis continuously produces both sperm and testosterone. In contrast, women are born with a finite number of eggs and undergo a complex hormonal cycle involving estrogen and progesterone. This cycle leads to monthly ovulation and menstruation, and eventually menopause brings an end to the fertility. Understanding the anatomical and physiological differences between men and women gives us greater appreciation for how nature has balanced the existence of both sexes. If you're a fitness coach or someone looking to optimize your health, knowing these differences can help you design better training and nutrition programs that suit each individual's needs. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you're interested in learning more about human body and how it applies to fitness, check out our next video where we'll dive into superficial anatomy for fitness coaches. See you in the next episode.